my engagement in water quality, and more specifically the Galveston Bay system, really goes back to the 1990s. Now, at the conclusion of the National Estuary Program study, which was 5 years, or program 5 years, the Galveston Bay Plan was then the basic document from which all the stakeholders involved in Galveston Bay started looking at how to solve some of the issues related to the bay. And more recently, while faculty at the University of Houston, we've built a research program looking at water quality in Galveston Bay system. So we started out looking intensely at the Houston Ship Channel area and the San Jacinto, and then in the last 2 years, in 2011, 2012, we expanded the scope to all of Galveston Bay. So again, depending on which contaminant or pollutant you're looking at, things as for pathogens or indicator bacteria, these are what we call simply grab samples. We get down to the body of water and collect a sample of water and do wet chemistry and analyze microbiology of that water and pathogenic water quality of that water. Now, during our studies, obviously some of these industrial pollutants do come from air sources where there might be deposition of these chemicals and then in their entrainment and runoff. So we have done some of the first of their kind deposition studies for dioxin that have ever been done in this area. And the purpose of those studies was mainly to identify where are those compounds coming from, how do they enter into the environment, how do they affect the Galveston Bay system, and more importantly, what can we do about controlling them. We've done a lot of work over the last 10 years and have been able to determine where what we call the hot spots and the major areas where a little bit of work could be done to enhance and improve the water quality. So we do have a very good sense of where all that is. So some of the activities there into the future would be how to remediate the sediment, or at least control it to the point where those chemicals are not bioavailable within that environment for the biota and the fish to get exposed to. So of course the research never stops, and our plan is to continue learning and trying to figure out ways by which we can help in controlling and managing and potentially removing these pollutants from the Galveston Bay system, whether these are legacy sources or continuing sources from urban and industrial uses. I think research can help us address what are environmentally appropriate and sound technologies that could be used to kind of get a handle on these pollutants and restore the estuary to where it's fishable and swimmable, and there are no advisories on seafood.